Hey, what's up, you guys? So oh my god, I sounded like Shane Dawson. Sorry. Hi. So this is gonna be my first real topic slash sit down video. And as you can tell by the title, it's gonna be more of a serious topic, anxiety. I know a lot of people have it, a lot of people can relate. So I hope whoever's watching can relate, can comment, tell me your story, share things. This is not going to be the last video on anxiety I make. It's just the first. So yeah. Before I begin though, I want to make a few disclaimers. You guys can probably tell by the footage that I've posted already. But I'm filming on my iPhone. It is not good quality. I understand that. I am a broke bitch. So I don't have a camera yet. Yeah, saving up for that now, and you know, other equipment, whatever I would need if I do want to continue this journey. So I'm working on that, and I'm new to this. I know I said I did it in 2015. I made like 2 or 3 videos and I deleted them very shortly after, and I filmed it on my iPhone as well, an iPhone 6. So it was even worse. And I filmed it sitting on a bed, and now I'm on the floor, so I've downgraded. No, for real though, on a real note, just bear with me. Another note, look at that. Look at that scrunchie. I don't know if you can see. The lighting is kind of shitty. Okay, you really can't. But it's like a velvety texture. Dollar Tree, baby. It was $1 buckaroni. And that's how I roll. For real, $1. Love it. So cute. That's why I curled my hair. And that is also why I'm wearing pink. I hate wearing pink, but I wanted to match. So that's what we're doing. Also, quickly, I just want to show you. I've been trying out this new, not new to me. The freckle thing, the fake freckle thing. Look at, you see all those freckles that go like this? They look so real, right? Or am I just crazy? You can tell me if I'm crazy. But I did it with an eyebrow pomade that my mom gave me. It was too light for her, but it looks so cute. You can't even see it from here. Honestly, I wear my glasses right on top of it, so it's like pointless, but I know I did it and it looks good, so whatever. Let's actually get into the point of this video. So, anxiety. Ah, yes, we love her. We love her work. No, not really. It's terrible. So anyone who watching this, if you have anxiety disorder, if you have anxiety about certain things, if you have certain triggers, if you have panic disorder, if you have depression, usually anxiety and depression do go hand in hand. They are not the same thing, but they do go hand in hand. So if you're watching this and you can relate to it, please comment down below your story, how you feel. If I said something wrong, please correct me. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a professional. This is just my experience specifically with anxiety disorders. Today I'm going to be talking about the 5 things that they don't tell you, and by they I mean doctors, or it's kind of just not well known, I guess. It's not just like common knowledge. There are some things I do see on the internet that are accurate, but realistically no one can tell you what it feels like until you actually have it. So getting to my first thing that they don't tell you about anxiety is that everyone handles it differently with everything in the world. Everything. I don't even know why that's not known. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just an asshole talking like this. But everyone has it differently. It's not just one feeling of being anxious. People will get, you know, certain symptoms that other people wouldn't if they were having an anxiety attack or a panic attack, etc. For instance, one of the main things with anxiety that people say is your heart rate increases rapidly. I don't really have that issue, thank God. Which is funny because part of my anxiety is thinking I have a heart attack going on all the time. But that's another story. That's like how I feel, not my heart rate exactly. So my heart rate doesn't really go skyrocketing up when I'm having a panic attack or just having bad anxiety. So that's interesting, and that's something to talk about. But most people it does. You know, sometimes people have social anxiety, so going out to social gatherings will really trigger that anxiety for them. health anxiety. That's kind of mostly what I have. I kind of have general anxiety, but I really associate a lot of my anxiety with health, thinking my health is failing at all times. It's ridiculous. I am a hypochondriac. I am Caitlin Provenzel, and I am a hypochondriac. Like, literally. Dr. Google is my worst enemy in the world. I've gotten so much better about that. But anyways, so yeah, there's all different types of anxiety. That's why it's good to share stories, because you can relate to things, but not everyone is the same. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is, having anxiety doesn't mean you have anxiety disorder. So by that, I mean, you can have anxiety about something, but that doesn't mean that you have an actual issue where you're constantly having anxiety, etc., for long periods of time. And you can, there's just a difference between feeling anxious about something and having anxiety, and where it affects your body differently. That's all I'm saying. So I know sometimes people get anxious when they're about to go somewhere, they're getting ready, they're waiting for someone, or they're just waiting for something in general. It makes you anxious. It's a different feeling. That's what I'm trying to say. The third thing is, I kind of already said it, but sometimes anxiety can be constant, like 24/7, and that was my issue. Thank the Lord that I am on a prescription medication that is daily. I take it once a day. It's very, very low dosage, but that's what I needed, and it doesn't make me tired. It doesn't do anything. I don't feel anything from it. It doesn't make me, loopy or lightheaded or anything like that. The only time I get lightheaded is if I were to stop taking it. You should not do that for psych medication. Don't ever just stop taking it. Anyway, but yeah, that's just what I needed, and it helped a lot. But my anxiety was constant. Like, I know I'm stressing that word, but I would be not stressed about, I would not be stressing about anything in my life. Like, I'd be okay money-wise, my relationship was good, I was hanging out with friends, anything like that. And I would just constantly feel like my heart was gonna stop at any moment. 24/7. I had a hard time sleeping because of it. I had a hard time, I didn't even have a hard time sleeping because of it. I had a hard time even thinking about something else, like, literally. I remember me and my friend went to the movies. The whole time, I barely even got to watch the movie. I watched it, but I was in my head the whole time, and it was horrible. I don't even wish it upon my worst enemy, and I know that sounds so dramatic, but when you can't get out of that one single thought, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets. So, yeah. That's something that I haven't heard someone tell me that it's literally 24/7 for them and it doesn't shut off. Finally, mine pretty much shut off. I still can trigger an anxiety attack or something, and I'm kind of more jumpy now that I have it, if that makes sense. Like, things scare me more. I don't like watching certain things about, I don't know, I'm fine with blood and murder and stuff like that, not to sound horrible, but I love that shit. So I just mean the world ending kind of stuff that gives me anxiety, and I don't like listening to it or whatever, or dying. Literally things that have to do with dying. I know that doesn't make sense because I just said I'm fine with murder and stuff, but if it's a fictional thing, or a person caused it, as in murder, whatever, that is still interesting to me. If it's a real death that happened, where it's someone dropped dead of cardiac arrest, or had a stroke, or they had some weird disease that they wouldn't have even found if blah blah blah, that shit freaks me out, and I always think I have everything. So yeah, back to the hypochondriac. That's why I don't like that stuff. So mostly medical stuff. The fourth one, feels like I'm dying. No one tells you that anxiety feels like you are actually about to drop dead at any moment. They tell you that it's a fear and a sudden urge of doom, which is the fear of dying, but they don't tell you that it really truly feels like you're gonna drop dead, or that it can. Like I said, everyone's different. They don't tell you that, like, no, legit, like, I ended up going to the hospital, like, at least 10 times, like, 2 years ago, telling them that I didn't know if I was having a heart attack. It was kind of ridiculous, but not really, actually. It's not ridiculous. I thought that if it was the one time that I didn't go, something was actually going to be wrong with me. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. It only sounds ridiculous to me now because I think back and I'm like, the doctors probably thought I was being ridiculous, but I know I wasn't. I know my body was acting up, something was wrong. And I'm sure you guys can, I'm sure there's plenty of you that can relate to that. So please let me know in the comments if that happened to you, if you kept going to the doctors and they kept telling you you were fine and then you ended up back all the time. And for the final, 5th thing that they don't tell you is that anxiety actually can cause a lot of physical symptoms, a lot of pain, just a lot of soreness, a lot of muscle aches, etc. Like, for me, I was always getting it kind of was like a muscle chest pain here. It felt really sore all the time, and then the same spot on my back. I know people who've had like their shoulders hurting because of anxiety. It turns out it was just stress and all that kind of stuff. So like stress and anxiety really can cause physical pain on you, and people don't really realize that. Like there's just a bunch of stuff. Like you can get like the feeling of heartburn or like just different pains in different parts of your body. So that is something that I've struggled with a lot. Oh, hi pretty girl. So beautiful, saying hi to the peeps. Oh, there's your butt. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that's really it. I'm gonna talk more about anxiety. I know that this was kind of like a lighthearted video on anxiety, but leave stuff in the comments if you can relate to this, if you have more to add to it, if I should have changed what I said, if I shouldn't have said certain things. Please let me know. I'm not opposed to it. I will not argue with you. I like the helpful criticism that people can give to me and to do better, etc. So yeah, those are the 5 things you don't really know until you have anxiety. So that's it, y'all. Please, 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 please check on your friends. Always ask how they're doing. You never know what people are going through. Treat people good when you go to a restaurant, when you go to the store, the cashier, the waitress, whoever. You never know what people are going through. Anxiety is just one of many topics that can be spoken about, but even that itself can really, anxiety in itself can really mess with your day, mess with your life. It can mess up relationships, it can mess up friendships, it can really cause a big dark black cloud. So if you are under that dark cloud right now, I hope you're watching this, and I hope you know you're not alone. And I know plenty of people who also struggle with this. So let's all just join this little community, talk about it, and help each other, have each other's back. If any of you ever need to talk to me about anything, please DM me on Instagram. I'll put all of those in the description links, and I will talk to you. So yeah, I'm here for you guys. Alright. Thank you guys.